Okay, back to Bach. Bach to Bach, as Arnold Schwarzenegger would say. Um, okay, I want to get us back into this sequence that we had here, right? Um, Let me just play these first, like, I don't know, 2 lines or so to get it back in our head. And then we're going to see if we can find what the harmonic sequence is here. Okay, that was blazing fast. Um, let's slow that down just a touch. How about now? Okay, so let's look at these 4 bars. Okay, I'm just going to copy these out and take them over to our theory example. I'm just going to put them here. Okay, here are those 2 bars. Oh, I should probably change my meter first, right? Because we're in 3/8. We're in 3/8. Okay, let's change our time signature to be in 3/8. Okay, now it makes a little bit more sense. Okay, and let's add... I kind of want to add another system to this. So I'm going to go to instruments here. Just add another piano right hand if I can. There we go. Okay. So here's why I wanted another staff here. Because I'm going to do a reduction of this. So here's what that means. So I want one note to fill the whole bar. So I'm going to use a dotted quarter note, right? That's 3/8 notes. So what chord is happening? There's one chord per measure here. And the bass line will probably come pretty close to telling us what it is. So remember, we're in the key of D minor here. I should probably put that key signature on, huh? Probably should. So let's throw that key signature on there. Okay, we're in the key of D minor. So my first chord probably is a D minor. And does the music support that? We have a D, and an F. So pretty good clue. F, D, E, F, G, A. So pretty much every other note is in D minor, and then we run up the scale. D minor is pretty good bet here. So here we have G, A, B flat. Okay, so what chord can this be? Well, 2 of these 3 notes would be in a G minor chord, G and B flat. The strong beat here is going to be the downbeat, so that helps us with the G. Here's B flat, G, D. So I think G minor is a pretty good candidate. Okay, let's keep going. What do we have here? C, C, and E. It's a pretty good indication for a C chord. C, E, E, G. So let's call that a C chord. And the last chord here, if this pattern holds, it's going to be an F chord, because we called this one a G chord based on that first note. But let's see. F, G, A, F, C. I think an F chord's a pretty good guess. Okay, now let's see if you ever think like we're doing a reduction like this and you're thinking, I don't know, C doesn't make a lot of sense for this to you. If you think that, here's a good way to test. Listen to this all at once. If these chords sound horribly out of place, then they're the wrong chord. If they sound like they totally fit, then they're probably the right chord. So let's hear it. Let's not make it an insane tempo. Okay, so these sound pretty darn comfortable to me, right? So D minor in this key is 1. G minor is 4. And the C major is going to be 7. It's going to be a major 7 because we're in a minor key. It's okay. And this F is going to be a major 3. Okay, 1, 4, 7, 3. Does that look familiar to us? Look over here. 1, 4, 7, 3. That is a descending fifth sequence. That's what we've got here in these chords, right? Now, when we looked at it melodically, we looked at 2 bars at a time. We looked at what this was doing and then what this was doing, right? That kind of gets us back into that pairs of chords thing, right? Because what we're kind of seeing here is 1 transposed down a whole step in the same way that 1 transposed down a whole step is 7, right? So if we looked at the in-between chord, we'd see that it is also transposed down a whole step, 4 down to 3, right? So when you put it together, you can find this descending fifth sequence in the pattern. Because what he's doing is he has a descending fifth here that he's transposing down a whole step, which is going to make a longer descending fifth sequence. Does that make sense? Descending fifth sequence right there. And let's see what he did with the roots. Here he has D, G, C, F. So he's in root position all the way through. We can call that root position because essentially the lowest note and the strongest beat note in the bass happen to be the same in this case, and they're both the root. So we can call this root position descending fifth sequence in this segment. Now, he doesn't go all the way through the chord progression. He doesn't finish it with these other 4 chords, but that's okay. You don't have to. 4 chords is enough for us to call it a descending fifth sequence.